That was good. That was good. I wasn't getting through. I was like, real nice.
Did you give it your go at any point?
Yeah, you felt that? You felt me when I'm making that noise. I was like,
I can never tell if it's just acting or.
no, I'm trying to, look it, we're having fun, but I'm trying my hardest. Like I'm in that spot and I'm trying to fucking blow through. I'm not hitting it, but we got like, that's like 99% right there. Yeah.
All right, guys, here I am with Devon Larratt and the club. Most of the guys can make it today, some couldn't, but we will be having many more practices this week. As you guys may or may not know from the last video, Devon has trained 3 times a day for months, so daily practice for him is no problem. This is news to me. I thought once a week was a lot. So here we are, less than 24 hours later, back at the table from our last session. And today we're gonna go over some drills and yeah, what else do you have in store for us?
Let's just have fun. Yeah, we'll have fun, we'll arm wrestle, we'll be safe, we'll work up a sweat.
That sweat is just from him walking to the car to the gym.
I'm in terrible shape. One thing.
All right, guys, let's get to it.
Gym, grip and rip, turn and burn, bone go.
Oh, this bone's going, all right. This wrist is going.
Still don't go crazy yet. Just still kind of get your feel. Yeah. You wanna go a bit?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. Yep.
Juice today than yesterday.
I got the espresso in me. I'm all caffeinated. Supercharged. Did you pull the red line? Just walk out of here a little bit hamburgerized. Just a little bit. Good. How you feel?
Feel all right?
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Yeah. Try to, when you got that much position, try to stand back. Like if you get over here, you're like trying to squeeze it, just know that all you need is the ability to come back up. And then just be patted, right? Like, you can be down there, make that skin slip as you stand up. Yeah, right? Like, the main thing is this forward back, you know? Like if you can move the match this way, this is worth so much more than this. Like I would rather be here than be here. This position that I'm in right now, even though it's close to pin, is not as good. If I'm here, my side of the table is good, right? So even if you're over here, you can be like, you can stand it up, but in the process of standing it up, pull it, it's good. So you can kind of trade, you know what I mean?
Pulling it here.
Yeah. So if you're down there, like put it on, yeah. And then as you kind of stand up, really focus on like posting up and getting behind. That's it. Now, that's it. Elbow right to the front corner. That's it. Yeah, tuck in, get behind it. And now top roll again. Yeah, keep pulling when you fall back. Yeah.
Keep pulling.
Yeah, like stay in my fingers. Stay in my fingers. Good. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, as you stand up, like so, top roll. As I stand up.
You're pulling back.
Yeah, like top roll, boom. As I stand up, I try and see my palm. See my palm. See my. Yeah. 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 If you want to just go easy, I'm all like, I'll probably not pin you until you start beating me. Once you beat me a few times, then I'll try and match with you. Otherwise, I'll vampire you. Just be like, give me energy. Give me your energy. Central, protect yourself, always feel good, but kind of absorb. Put a rope, give them more to work with. That's like a real negative, right? Nothing more realistic than an arm. You're right-handed, yeah. Yeah, I feel it. That's a big difference. Yeah, yeah. Top roller. Yeah. I think we're going to end up in a strap because you're too strong.
You're too nice.
Yep. Be careful now. That's it. We're good. Yeah. At that point, when you start to, you could let go of me a long time ago. You felt how you kind of got my hand and I started to dump and you held on.
Yeah, like right about,
Yeah,
right like an inch
exactly.
away.
Right? So right there is when I started to slip. You could have gone over the top. Remember how we talked yesterday?
To slip out.
At least, let's go back. So you banged me over. Let's just slowly kind of go back to where we were.
Okay.
Yeah, so up into my fingers, that's it. Yeah. We were like here, and then you probably felt me slip my grip a little bit. My grip failed. Do you remember?
Yes, yeah, I did feel it.
Yeah.
I did feel the wrist go down.
Yes.
And then I couldn't finish it.
Exactly. But you actually won at that point, really. If you had said, okay, I'm not going to hold on here, I'll move into the space where I don't feel anything.
So I should have moved up.
Yeah. The
Like-
spot. Yeah. Yeah. Might have slipped, or you might have just been able to latch on to my fingers.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the right thing to do was when I felt that,
Yeah.
come up with your
Yeah.
fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. You had my hand beat, right? Like I was dumping, and just because you don't know, you held on to me. It's hard. It's hard to hold on there. And then once you start to think about coming in and pressing, get the elbow inside the body more.
When I think about
Yeah.
pressing.
Yep. Because you were right. You were starting to think about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even still, I should have gripped higher.
Yeah.
slipped.
That was the first thing. Strong, dude. Strong. Strong. Yeah, I'm excited.
I didn't know that dump was a move. I didn't know.
Oh
that.
yeah.
I had no idea about that.
We're gonna work on slipping. Like slipping is a big part. Like so, watch this. So here, okay, right off the top, I'm gonna show like kind of slip. Okay, you already feel it, right? I'm already feeling weird to you. Okay, go ahead and do anything. Yeah. Right. It gets hard. Like I mean, if you want to hold on to me, it's just. I get to use so much. Okay, so the way you slip is the thing that you're really holding on to is this pronation. Okay, so normally guys are fighting up high. They want that full hand control, up high, cupping, rolling. But as soon as one guy's hand kind of feels superior, what a lot of guys will do, instead of diving in and fighting in a hook, a lot of guys will just carry on for a slip. So what they'll do is this part, this pronation, that's the part that they'll keep like locked. Okay, so when I start to feel your hand is too strong, just give me a little bit. Okay, see this? Okay?
Okay. That'd be a slip.
It will be,
Unless I try and hold on.
which is normally a mistake. Okay? If, like, guys do it and they can do it really good, but you have to be up high and you have to kind of move into a press. Okay, we'll get there, but first you have to kind of understand slipping. So you kind of think about slipping on me, I'll be like kind of strong in the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And just, how's it feel? You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel a click.
Yeah, a little click there. So keep that strong, keep that tight, and carry on with your roll. Feel your roll, that's it. But like, so this height is a big part of it, okay? And it's not like you're soft there, but you will get beaten there. And as you're getting beat, you turn everything into a roll. Okay, I'll do it really slow, just so you can see. Okay, I just carry on, no matter what, into that roll. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is how you kind of get straps, or, you know. Yeah. Ball that hand up. Yeah.
Ball it up.
Yeah. Like that's it.
Like
Yeah.
making a
I
fist.
feel that little click. Are you okay?
Yeah. It's always been there.
Yeah. And you can strengthen that when you start doing this exercise, rising. That'll get reinforced, and it'll become your strength.
The click, or you mean
If
pulling
there's
out?
any kind of sensation of instability there,
Okay.
like you probably haven't done a lot of that.
None of it.
It's such a big part of wrestling. You get strong like this, and what that means is no matter what, the other person has to hold on to you. By hand, right? All right. Yep. 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 Close to it, get close to it, get close to it. Slowly, slowly. Stand up, stand up. That's it. Get closer. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up. That's it. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, yeah.
You have too much energy now. Watch out.
Double espresso today, double espresso. Shameless marketing. Everybody get on arm bet. Get on arm bet. Find arm wrestlers near you. Yeah, grab a strap. I'll tell you, these straps kind of suck. I use them as a belt, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, I walk around always belted up.
With armband straps.
That way you never know. Whip that thing out, hit a bar. Guy's too strong, strap him up, right? Yeah. But let's use a good one.
The armband strap looks even better, you sure?
Listen, I love the armband, but I'll tell you, the buckle on it, see that? See it, it's curved?
Yeah.
See the difference? It's just like, don't get me wrong, I love the armband logo, this just happens to be a better strap.
All right, that's honest, an honest answer.
I tried it.
You're really bad at marketing.
I know. That's the greatest strap ever in the world. I'm coming down, I'm coming down, I'm coming down. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We've all been trying to take you down, but how do we defend against the hit? Because whenever I go up against a match, like I'm always the one that gets hit first. And how do I defend against the hit? Is there anything you do or recommend?
Yeah. Well,
Because I'm always like ending up here and then trying to go back.
yeah. There's a lot of rules to arm wrestling. Instead of like, there's a lot of choices. The first rule in arm wrestling is just be strong. I know it sounds simple, but it's super important. So if you're strong in the fundamentals, where you're up, cut, and roll, and if you kind of choose, normally you choose whether you're going to go in or out. Okay, that's the first kind of thing. At some point, you want to make a decision about. So let's switch to left. So if we're gripping up, okay. Most of the time you don't want to be totally sure what you're going to do when you get into the match, but you're going to have a move that you like to do. Okay, so you're trying to set that up. So whether that means going out or going in, and there's kind of a flow of things you'll give up to stay in a match. Okay, typically I like to have things go to the strap. Okay, but there's a lot of choices, and this isn't the only way. So right away, if I can kind of grip up. All right, feel your hand, feel the pressure in my fingers, like post up a little bit, okay? Feel your wrist a bit, okay? At some point during this process of re-gripping and establishing a grip, you're gonna start to get an idea if your hand is gonna be okay when they say go, okay? You're gonna start to get an idea, okay? And at this point, when you start to get an idea, you're gonna be like, okay, I can hit this guy in my move for everything I'm worth, and it's gonna be all right. Or I'm going to hit this guy for everything I'm worth, and it's not going to be all right, okay? So at that point, you can choose. You can be like, okay, I'm going to stay in this match without the strap, which normally means coming forward, okay, into some kind of a hook or press, which honestly, I wouldn't recommend. Or you can be like, I'm going to carry through, and I'm going to try and establish the straps, okay? But at some point, something's going to go. And you have to be able to give something up to stay in the match. The two things that most people give up is either pronation or cut. Okay, so what that looks like, so if we're arm wrestling and I feel you strong, okay, and I'm like, damn, my hand isn't gonna make it. I'm like, okay, I can give up my pronation and come forward with my shoulders. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to keep hand control, so it's like, ready, go, and pop, I'm coming in. And see, the top part of my hand is gonna dump, okay? And I'm gonna block, and I'm gonna get my cup. If I can get my cup, I'm in this match. If I start to come forward, and that's going too, okay, I have a lot of problems, okay? I'm probably gonna lose, or I'm gonna slip horribly, okay? Or what I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna start to go, and I'm gonna feel like this isn't gonna go well. I'm gonna hold on to the roll aspect. I'm gonna let my cup go, so it'll look like this. So ready, go, bang. Okay, start to carry on. Right, so my cup goes, and I'm gonna start to work into a roll. Okay, so something has to give. Okay, and that's kind of so rule one is be strong. If you can't be strong, don't fight a losing battle. So if you're stronger than me, I'm not gonna hold on to you with the full package and just let you beat me. Okay, I'm gonna give you something and try and hold on to something else. And normally the two spots that people hold on to is either the pronation chain or this shoulder committal, like, you know. Okay, and they're both good. They're both good. I would suggest, you know, while we're practicing and staying easy, get used to the straps. Get in the straps, learn to use your hand better in a strap. Okay, so that's the second rule. The third rule is just as important. Okay, because once there's any kind of a balance point established, if you get that stop, you have to learn to not take what's being given to you. It's a really hard one to grasp, okay? So, for example, okay, say you're the stronger guy, okay? So we're both gripping up, and right into the blocks, you've got control. I have to give up something to stay in the match. Okay, I'm typically gonna give up either my pronation by coming forward and hooking, or I'm gonna give away my cup, okay? Whatever I give you, you do the exact opposite. Okay, so if I'm giving up my pronation, my pronation is your cup. Okay, so if I'm giving up pronation, you would normally want to take it. Okay, and you can to some degree, but the big move for you is to actually kick back slightly. Yeah, and feel that slip? Because if I'm coming here, and then that allows you to step over really nicely. Okay, you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that both guys have to think. Okay, anytime somebody gives you some softness, and that's here, like when we're here, I give you that softness. Okay, instead of kind of move into the space. Yeah. So if I give up pronation, just kick back and climb over it. Yeah, exactly. So easy, right? And if I give up my cup, so my cup is your pronation. Okay, so normally, if you get this, most people want to carry right through. Okay, but if I've got a hard stop here, you actually want to supinate.
Yeah.
See, so instead of pronating, when I give you a soft cup, you actually, if there's a soft cup here, you supinate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, because if I'm here, you feel you're over it. You can grab way up high.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the hardest thing to master, is the third rule. The first rule is the most important, be strong, right? And you already got that. Yeah.
The last one's complicated.
The last one, it takes time, but yeah. A lot of it's just getting comfortable, just getting familiar. Yeah. You gotta commit to something. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't like to practice too much with guys, ready goes, until guys are really warm and really comfortable. Because as soon as somebody's in bad position, it's not good for them. You know, like if you're in bad position on the arm wrestling table, it's like doing a bench or doing a squat in bad. Same thing. So until guys get really comfortable, you should never lose, really. Like I don't think it's a good thing to lose matches for the most part, for most people. Like you get good training, good position, yeah. And the start, it'll come. Most guys don't practice a lot of starts. There's some clubs that do, but I personally find that I can't practice as much, and I like to practice a lot. You know, everything's got trade-off, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But then, how do you feel about working? So, like you're mostly working defense.
Yeah.
But the people that you're working with are probably mostly working offense. So how do those same people, like everyone here today,
Yeah.
work with defense?
Well, I
Without
mean,
they're ready to go.
defense and offense. I mean, it's both arm wrestling. Like, you know, it's gonna probably be the same points of failure. Like, even if you're on offense, even if on defense, it's the same points of failure. Like, the wrist is failing, right? The goal of practice is to generate good pressure in safe position, right? And if we're accomplishing that safely, that's mission complete right there, right? What we can do is you can, as you feel comfortable, you can just start to move faster, and I will just start to ramp my defense more and more as long as I feel it's safe, as long as we're good. Yeah.
Ramp your defense, maybe.
Yeah, so like if you start to move faster, okay, I'm gonna have to adjust, right? Like so that, you know, I'm not getting put into that position myself, right? So we can just start to increase the tempo, increase the speed of our movement. And that's totally cool. Like normally in practice, slow, kind of general rule, intensity comes up and it comes down kind of slow. That's safe. You know, if you jump, it just gets harder to read, and it's harder to do it safe for both people. But it's fine. Me personally, I feel really safe, and I'm good at losing. So if you ever want to move quick, we can do that. Like you can practice. You can practice moving quick, but you'll see it comes back to the same shit. If you can do it slow, you can do it fast.
Right.
It's the same. It's the same.
Well, not so much moving quick, but
Getting banged in a bad position. Okay, so
Right, like-
okay, that's so I get it. Okay, so what I'll start to do is, if you want, I'll start to take from you a bit more, and then you'll have to learn to give stuff up to stay in the match, if you want. But we don't really like. I feel like this can like today's Monday. You know what I mean?
fair enough.
It's harder. Okay, if I start to pull you into positions where you're getting pulled into a position because you're at 100%, right? So you're starting to play defense because your strength is not enough, and this is harder. It's harder. Yeah, yeah. I think we can get like look at this whole week as a workout, right? So we're warming up at the beginning of each practice, but the goal is to make it to Friday, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah. How you feeling?
Feels good.
Yeah.
It still feels alright. It's hanging in there.
Yeah. Good. Watch this. Let's do something different.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just get into a hook and burn that shit out. Okay. So we'll both kind of come forward.
Okay.
Okay. Now be careful. Okay. Because when you move forward, it's more bone. Okay. It's more skeleton. It's more joint. Okay. So just ease in. Okay. Ramp up slow. Okay. Let it off. Move. Reposition. Move your elbow forward, back, okay? Tuck it inside your body, okay? But go slow.
Okay. So for me, this would be a hook, man.
Yeah, good. Now the goal, the way you're gonna improve your hook is instead of trying to pin me, okay, from the hook being here, tuck it in. Tuck it in. Tuck it in, okay? This is your goal. Get that thing close so that you can pull and be behind it.
So by tucking in, you mean I kind of get it in
That's
more
it.
here?
Yes, good. And then see, your tucking in process is good, but then the release, on the release of the tuck in, that's when all the magic happens. You're gonna come forward with your elbow, you're gonna, yes.
Okay, so I'm actively working to get
Yes. Tuck it in, that's it. Good. And we'll just go nice and slow. Nice and slow, yeah. There we are, we're in it. Think about your wrist. Nice and easy. Bring it down. That's elbow inside your body. Slide the elbow to the back, left corner. Good. Yeah.
And again, up.
Yeah. Tuck it all the way back. Good. Tuck it back. Tuck it back. That's it. Good. Good. Start to think about your wrist a lot. Good. 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 Tuck it in close to you. Good. Good. It'll come forward. That's it.
Over here.
It's there. It's there. Good. Think about your wrist and drag it back to that left corner. Get behind it. Yeah, make the skin slip as you move forward.
This,
Watch this, watch this. Here we are. Here I am. Here. Now when I come forward, your goal is to arm wrestle me. And that's why you come into the match like this, right? You want me down here, right?
right.
Yeah.
I'm coming in here.
Watch this. Let's just do this, okay? I'm gonna do it to you. You're gonna do it to me. No pressure. No pressure. When you do it, supinate to your palm. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. I'll do it back to you. Ready? Let me do it. Let me do it. Yeah. Just slip up, up. Don't worry about the elbow at all. And yeah, not bad. Up. Yeah. Do it again. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so in the match, at some point, you can make that feeling happen, that slip. Once you got that slip, okay, so do that little slip, Okay, good. As soon as you got that, now just tuck it in your body. That's it. Good. And repeat. Tuck. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Boom, tuck it in, boom, tuck it in, boom, tuck it in. And then everything is always balanced, right? So this is inside regrip. Don't go too far. Start to establish the outside as well. Cross the center, shoulder forward, shoulder back, shoulder forward, shoulder back. The whole time, more around, more out, more around, more out, until I'm here and here.
Which am I still pulling back?
Yeah. Always pulling me across the table. Always. Yeah. Yeah. This is like your target. The most dangerous thing you can do to me is pull me straight across the table. It's the most dangerous thing. Like pull me to the side. There's a lot of counters. Like as a person tries to pin you, there's a lot of rollouts and things. Pulling me straight away from my body is the most harmful thing you can do to me. Everything gets worse. There's no good counter. You know, you're in my fingers, I'm less efficient. The closer the match is to my center, the more I can control it. The more away it is, the worse. Yeah. Same thing, let's just go in there nice and slow. Yeah. That's it. That's good. Yeah. That moves a lot better, I think. Yeah. Move. Yeah, like you're dragging it back and then you're punching forward. Yeah.
So I'm starting here and then getting.
Yeah, like so you're dragging it back, which is great, and then on the regrip, you're punching forward. That's what I want to feel. Yeah. Yeah, just kill me there. Just smash. Yeah. Yep. Nice job.
It did feel more natural now to get in.
Yeah. And the closer you can stay to it, the better. Like you're super strong, but if you focus on just becoming more compact, you'll be even more dangerous.
You know, in that hook position,
Yeah.
when I'm here,
Yeah.
I feel that I don't have any power.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I don't. It could be impossible
Yep.
to put anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, I get it, and I feel the same way. But there's something really, really good that happens in the moving forward and moving back position. So you got a spot where you're dragging, and you're like a little bit more open, and you're strong. That's where your like kind of power band is right now. When you start to get more pronation and stuff, it'll change. You know, you're on your bicep. You know, it's good, but you need that ability to come forward. And when you come forward, there has to be some kind of a credible threat at the end of it. You know? So there has to be something, somewhere, that if you get to some position, there will be something. Okay, so it might not, like, we just need to find where that spot is, right? So that you can kind of move towards it. As long as you have a spot moving forward and a spot moving back, you can kind of move between. That's where all the good regrips will happen. Yeah, yeah. And you'll get it. Like, we'll find it. Like, let's just see if you can find a spot where if you're pushing.
Pressing.
Yeah, pressing enough. Yeah, that's
Here.
it. Maybe. Yeah.
feel like maybe he would probably be more powerful.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe not. But then I may have to adjust bring my other foot forward.
Yeah.
Feel like
A lot of times what people do is they'll put their right foot up. So if I'm gonna be arm wrestling inside, you'll see, like, I'll put this foot up, okay? And I'll set up like this. And I'm like, some yoga stuff, right?
Wait, this foot
If you can put it right up in the corner,
in the corner.
if you can, because then you're like, pow, right?
That's gonna be hard to do mid-match.
No, I know, and a lot of times, so, like when you talk about stance, you got like a split stance, okay? This is kind of what everything normally works off of. And you can switch, like if I'm pulling more out, both feet under, all right? And I'm coming back, right?
Both feet.
Both, yeah. Yeah, I used to arm wrestle both feet under for like the first 3 or 4 years I arm wrestled because everything was coming back. A lot of guys will. Like you'll set up both feet under or with split and then the ability to, yeah. Yeah, and if I'm going King's move, if I'm going way out, like it's basing off my left hip, right? I'm actually gonna throw out and base off my left hip. Okay, but most of it comes off the hip normally in a split stance, so like I'm here, I wedge this.
For King's move.
No, this is just for normal.
Oh, no,
arm
my
wrestling.
okay.
Yeah, normal stuff. Okay, I'm wedged here, so I can that's my base. That's my base. Okay?
Always.
Not always.
Okay. No.
If I start to think like really in, like really good, okay, it's like this. Okay? If I'm like this, I am. Yeah. Yeah.
That's. So which foot is wedged? The right if you're in.
So typically, and this is not all the time, but whatever hand you're arm wrestling with, same leg is like your power leg. Okay, and the other leg kind of adjusts your altitude. Okay, so typically my right leg is my driver, okay, all coming off my right, whatever that is. And then my left is like my rebound. So I stand back up with it. Okay, I change my angles with my left foot. Okay, drive, stand back up. You never want to stay out. You got to get back so you can work off your base again. Yeah.
They're inflamed, so I'm gonna give some other guys a table time.
That's good. But there's a ton of ways to do it. That's the thing. Like, I hate to say, I don't want to be someone who prescribes anything because you can go through all they all work. I've played with like so many different systems. There's something to be said for doing 3s and 10s. 3s and 10s, man. There's something to be said for doing lots of table time and working rehab. There's something to be said for just, having like a 4 or 5 day split, breaking up your components. Most arm wrestlers, I will say most high level dudes now are training for arm wrestling every single day.
On the table.
No, most guys don't train every day on the table. I'd say most top dudes are doing 1, 2,
1 or 2 practices a week. I'd say that's what most guys are trying to do in their off season. And some guys, when it gets closer to competing, will play with that. Some guys will do less. Some guys will do more. But table time is the trickiest piece to manage because it's way less scientific, right? Like you don't always know what you're going to get at a table practice. But if you have a good club, if you have guys who are willing to, come and give you what you need, you can build your whole workout around those days. Like you can say, okay, whatever, Mondays and Thursdays or Tuesdays and Fridays, my arm wrestling is going to get blown out. And all the other days are just kind of to get me ready for those days.
Okay.
Or you can be like, I'm going to arm wrestle once a week, and then maybe your other hard day in a week, you're going to do like your arm wrestling exercises at a super high intensity. And that's like kind of more scientific approach, like so you can really measure and know. You can be like, okay, I know that I'm lifting more weights, and that's nice to feel too. And you can fluctuate. You can just. The main thing is just have fun, right?
Of course, yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's the thing. I get sucked into big periods where I'm really focusing on table time because for me, this is the most fun part of the training. Like going to clubs, it's more challenging. It's more to think about than just a weight stack.
So then, how much do you do table time per week, roughly, in your off season?
Yeah. So typically, I'll say I'll average 2 times a week, organized practices. But I normally will try and get like an extra one. So I'll normally do 2 kind of at like my home. And then I'll try and do like 1 maybe extracurricular. So like Tuesdays and Fridays will be with my home club. And then maybe like once during the week, I'll try and visit like a neighboring club and go and train with them. And that's always great. Like whenever you can kind of get outside your own club is good because it kind of gets a bit incestuous, you know what I mean? Like same people, same pressures, you kind of get locked into familiar positions. You start to go outside that. Different clubs will have different feels. Like you'll go to one club and they'll be like way more inside shifted. They'll all be strapped, kings moving, like there'll be flop clubs. Whoever kind of the strongest guy in the club is, the rest of the guys will kind of shape around that. And so it's good, and the more diverse you can be, the more different arms you can feel, the more you'll have an answer for everybody. Because arm wrestling, it's great to be good at one thing, but the truth is there's like a piece that fits into that move really well. So the more you're used to feeling like everything, the better you'll be.
There's a weakness to it.
There certainly is, yeah, for sure. But you can never but there is perfection, right? If you can just be up, cupped, have your pronator controlled, and be inside your body, and not a lot of good answers. It's just not yeah. So be the strongest. Right?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now I just gotta get some fucking legs going, right? See what I'm working with here, Larry?
Hey, but look how you can sit. I can't sit like that.
Yeah, this is my big advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when he just put his leg up, it's like all the way up. You're like, yeah, no, I can't do that.
So what do you guys get together? You guys are getting together once a week right now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every Monday table practice and then Friday.
It's hard. The thing is like guys try and shift. Like I think the most clubs start out with once a week. And then guys start to get like the bug, right? Like guys are like, I want more arm wrestling. And see, there's a lot of choices. See, in North America, there's a really active scene. So like if you want to go and like compete pretty much every weekend, you can. Like if you live in Ontario, hey, if you want to come to Ontario, I'll get you a match every single weekend. Every weekend we'll roll. Like and that's really nice too. Like especially at the beginning when you're learning a lot, like you'll benefit a lot from those ready-go scenarios. That's really all the table practice. It's all good, but the only teacher that you ever need to think about is match scenario, ready, go. Okay, that's where you do all your learning. That's what all this is for. So you win when they say ready, go in a tournament. So at the beginning, when you're trying to get your bearings, it's really nice to get really figuring out what that's about, you know. And you know, you're strong, you're healthy. So long as you're safe, you might be fine to do a ready, go scenario every 2 weeks. You know, you can't. I know guys who, you know, who love arm wrestling, who have gone for stretches where they're every weekend they're competing. Yeah, and the thing is and then they're not doing much in the week. Okay, right? So they're basically, so you kind of shift your program around what you have available to you. Table practice is good. Ready go scenario is the very best. Once you kind of know what you're doing, like for me to compete at a high level, like the highest level for me, I can only do it like once every, you know, 3 or 4 months. You know, for me to get everything perfect, you know, 3 or 4 months, bang, after I compete, it's like my whole body got run over by a tractor for like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm useless, and then the whole rebuild process starts up again. But if it's not that big of an investment, like if you're still kind of, yeah, like I can go and hit ready go things on the regular, you know. Yeah.
That's not what I want. That's not what I was intending. I just wanted you to go slowly and me to work on defending and countering. Just a little bit.
Beautiful. Here I go. I'm out of there. I'm in straps already. You feel me slipping?
I feel it a bit.
Feel me?
Yeah, I feel it. Okay, a bit though. Only because you told me.
Yeah. As soon as you start to feel that, that should cue you. Okay, I've got control of the hand. You start to get behind it right away.
Behind
So
it.
see, so here we are. So we'll go again. And you feel me? My hand is slipping down. You felt that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you feel me start to lose grip, stand up, grab higher. Keep the pressure on my fingers the whole time. Yeah. Because you had like you beat my hand there. Yeah, and I'm out of there, right? As soon as I say I'm going strap, it's because you got my hand. Yeah. 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 Ready, go, bam. I'm out of there. Be careful. Yeah, come up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, just know, right, there can be a slip unless you do something silly, right? Right?
And it's like,
Like if you try and, so just do whatever you want. Just see how the bottom of my hand is out. See the bottom of my wrist?
yeah. It's coming out.
It's coming out. Yeah.
Good. Even if I try and cup it.
Too late. Right. That's what I kind of hold. That's like my insurance policy. Right? So as soon as my hand's gone, I'm like, okay, now I switch to I'm pulling with this. If you want to hold it, you can, but you can try and grab up and kind of hold on to my fingers. You can try and hold that.
I can try and hold this.
You can try and hold that. And don't try and hold this. This.
Okay.
Right? Now you can. Yeah.
Should we try holding in the strap then?
Yeah, the strap's different. Yeah. Well, that was good. That was good. I wasn't getting through. I was like, real nice.
Did you give it your go at any
Yeah,
point?
you felt that? You felt me when I'm making that noise. I'm like,
I can never tell if it's just acting or...
no, I'm trying to, look it, we're having fun, but I'm trying my hardest. Like I'm in that spot and I'm trying to fucking blow through. not hitting it, but we got like, that's like 99% right there. Yeah, which is nice,
That's awesome.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Safely in control, we get to that threshold.
It's not like a ready go where it's just
No.
2 big hits.
But it's safe, that's the pressure, and we're both good.
Yeah. So much better that way. Awesome. You do a finish up with the ready.
Yeah. That's Your left, I find like my right is better than my left. You're staying on that hammer longer, I feel like, in the left.
Yeah, I did feel more powerful here, but it could be because your right's stronger.
Yeah. When I start to go, when I start to do whatever pressure I'm doing, try to stay close and hit my fingers. As first thing, try and get up into my fingers and then just tuck it in your body with your wrist. Yeah. Stay close to it. Yeah. Ready? Here I come. That's it. Elbow forward. That's it. Wrist. That's it. Yeah. Ready? Here I come. That's it. Yeah. Here I come. Yep. One more. Ready? Good job, buddy. It's like it's almost easier for you when you feel that pressure, right?
I think he's left. He's awfully hammered.
I think so, yeah. It's weird, eh? That's when you blip.
Yes.
You just gotta blow your right bicep now.
How do we do that?
I'm sure it'll happen.
I hope not, but it
Just
probably
give it time, man. A miracle will happen.
Devon's hair is in the exact same place it was in the intro, if you can't tell.
No change. No change. Same thing, only harder.
This was about 2 hours of table practice. I only went against Devon today, but Devon, you went against every single person here. And
Great.
Yeah, he's still standing. You are even up for more if the guys wanted to have more table practice.
Is an awesome workout. That was about perfect for me. I love arm wrestling, so I'll stay at the table, but at this point it probably becomes counterproductive. But yeah, what a great practice. Thanks Larry. Thanks guys. That was perfect.
Thanks for coming again. Thank you. Thanks guys for showing up.
Day 2.
Yes, sir. Day 2. There are more days coming. He's here till Friday. So we can squeeze in a few more table practice. Stay tuned for the next vids. And don't forget to check out Devon's arm bet.
Yeah.
Listen, please.
Yeah, arm bet, guys. Find arm wrestlers near you. Get hooked up. Turn and burn. Yeah.
All right, guys. See you in the next one.